Super Mario RPG is one of my favorite games of all time. The writing, characters, music, and battles all combine to create an overwhelming nostalgic experience. Not to mention, above all else, the game was just fun. It defied the stereotype of a fantasy setting RPG by dropping in gaming's most recognizable icon. The gameplay was unique, offering that usual turn-based RPG goodness with some Mario flair peppered in as well. The dialogue was hilarious, often breaking the fourth wall or giving the player a glimpse into the minds of the enemies as well, something almost heard of for the 90s. Despite the cast of characters consisting of mainstays Mario, Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, and Toad, Square added some new faces to the mix as well. Mallow, the assumed frog prince, who realizes he's just a cloud, and Geno, the thing he is, because I'm not really sure who or what Geno is supposed to be. Despite being such a large part of Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars storyline, there's really not much information on the wooden doll with the blue cape, or the star spirit that inhabits it. And that's not to say he's not popular. Gaming fans everywhere are simply enamored by this enigma of a character.
I mean, there's a reason people were freaking out when Geno was announced for Smash. Geno was announced for Smash.
With his cool weaponry and mysterious past playing a large part in his popularity. In fact, in a 2020 poll from over 4,000 Super Smash Bros. Fans, Geno came in as the second most requested character to see in the game behind Crash Bandicoot. And let's be honest, I've been yelling Geno for Smash since the release of Melee. Like come on, it's been like 15 years now. Literally the only other character I wanted to see in the game besides Mega Man. So, I got to thinking, what is it about Geno that makes him so popular? Perhaps we can come to the answers that we need by exploring his origin story. Who, or what, is he? And how did he drop into the Super Mario universe? I think the best place to start would be in the plot of the game itself. Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom. A gang of weapon-like beings known as the Smithy Gang is hell-bent on causing chaos and destruction in Mario's world, and quite literally make a crash landing into Bowser's castle. An astronomically large sword with an overbite and lazy eyes named Exor smashes into the castle, creating a gateway between the Mushroom Kingdom and Smithy's own world. Even more unfortunate for the inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom is that on Exor's way down to the castle, he broke apart the infamous Star Road. This caused 7 separate star pieces to fly across the land, and chaos ensued. So, what the heck is the point of all this? Well, Star Road isn't just Rainbow Road's adopted brother. No, this is quite literally the place that gives hope to the inhabitants of the world and fulfills wishes. Without the Star Road, wishes that are made by the individuals in the Mushroom Kingdom have nowhere to go, leaving them to drop back to Star Hill as wasted hope. In other words, it's a pretty big deal. Enter Geno. Well, his name is actually, I don't really know how to say that, but as he says in the game, it's way too hard to pronounce, so he takes on the name of the doll he has inhabited, which is confusing in its own right, considering this kid Gaz has 3 Mario dolls and a Geno doll, whatever that is. But basically, Mario and Mallow arrive in Rosetown. The pair enters the town inn, and while inside, Mario sees a young boy named Gaz playing with his dolls of Mario, Toadstool, and Bowser. Gaz's mom asks Mario to play with her son, and he obviously agrees to. Mario pretends to be Bowser, and Gaz pretends to be his favorite of the dolls, Geno. Gaz ends up playing too rough, however, and activates Geno's Super Star Shot. Instead of hitting the Bowser doll, the blast accidentally hits Mario, knocking him out. Pretty much the first indicator that Geno is Bamf. That night, a single-star being enters the inn. Seeing the 4 dolls on the floor, the star decides to inhabit the Geno doll. I think it probably would have been awkward if he had inhabited Mario, though, and I don't know how the game would have really progressed from there, but I digress. Now possessing the doll, the star has problems with walking, and slams into the wall before leaving the inn. Later, Geno admits that he chose that particular doll because it appeared to be the strongest of the 4. The next morning, Gaz tells his mom about what he saw with the living Geno walking into the forest maze. His mom obviously doesn't believe this, while Mario goes and enters the woods to find the animated doll because, he just believes kids for some reason. Geno enters the forest to challenge Bowyer and retrieve the star piece that his minions have found. Mario and Mallow decide to help Geno, and together the 3 defeat Bowyer and acquire the star piece. After defeating him, Geno reveals to the heroes that he is a warrior from the Star Road, and he has assumed the form of the Geno doll to fight the Smithy gang. Additionally, he states that wishes can never come true again until all the star pieces are recovered from the Star Road's destruction. After explaining everything, Geno decides to join forces with Mario and Mallow to find the remaining star pieces. So, since Geno is already a sentient being with the ability to inhabit inanimate objects, I guess he's pretty freaking cool. Throughout Super Mario RPG, Geno is arguably the coolest character of them all, and he makes up for the best party combination of obviously Mario, Toadstool, and Geno. Let's just admit that Mallow gets no love in this game. I mean, who else has an attack that can deal 9,999 damage? And it even works on some bosses like Yardovich and Exor. Also, who can pull off that blue cape so effortlessly? Throughout the rest of the game, Geno seems to be the calm voice of reason, often refocusing the party on the ultimate task at hand while occasionally throwing a bit of humor into the mix as well. It's the mix of characters like this within the Mario universe that makes Super Mario RPG a truly special game. Alright, so I've got a problem. Despite searching for a bit longer than I ever care to mention in this video, I really can't find much more out about our blue-caped wonder. In fact, Geno's only other official appearance in a game was in the 2003 release of Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga for the Nintendo DS, in which he was nothing more than a cameo in a minigame. Yep, that's just about all we got. He didn't even show up in the remake of that game, and Square Enix made it extremely clear that although he appears in this game, licensed by Nintendo, he belongs to us. Long after Sony and Nintendo's fallout, birthing the sleeping giant PlayStation, Square kept the rights to Geno as a character, and we haven't seen much of him since. Well, it seems that Square has the habit of holding onto things without any chance of a rebirth. So, despite the fact that Geno hasn't been a part of a game in the same amount of years as the average Smash community's fan age, why do people keep yearning for this character to make a reappearance? Honestly, you could boil it down to selfish nostalgia. At least that's the main reason I want him in Smash. Imagine a character like Geno, with ultimate ranged attacks that really pack a punch while being light as a feather and flying around the screen. That would be a character undoubtedly fun as hell to play as. Even Sakurai himself mentioned his interest for including Geno into Smash. He said in an interview that he really enjoyed the concept of having Geno as a playable character in Brawl, but the plan was ultimately abandoned for unknown reasons. And now that the barrier has been broken down for third parties to include another Square character in Cloud Strife, what is the deal already, man? Geno is cool as hell. Just add him. He's already got a costume and a spirit, but I'm still holding out hope for my main man. In short, Geno's popularity can be boiled down to two things: nostalgia and being a cool as heck character. There's really not much more to it than that. Super Mario RPG was one of the best and definitely most creative Mario titles of all time, introducing us to characters that made us laugh, cry, and just love playing the game for. Although his story isn't super lore-filled, it doesn't have a funny backstory, it is still interesting in its own right. For now, I will continue to hold on hope that Geno will see a resurgence in Smash or another future Mario game. But until then, we wait to see if his resurgence is really worth it to Nintendo and Square Enix. Only time will tell. That's about it for the video today, guys. What do you think about Geno? Do you think we'll see him in Smash? Do you think we'll see him in any game ever again? Do you know any interesting tidbits about the lore revolving around this character? Please leave them in the comments below. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, please ensure to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, obliterate it for God's sakes, and please click the bell for notifications so my videos can jump to the top of your list. I'll catch you next time.